Alright, continuing on going through the arcane tower here. I see. Oh, only halfway through. I'll go this way.
I have failed in the task.
Yes, I know. What the hell? Can we go over here and rest then? Because that was... Oh. Oh. Temperature. Chilly. I wonder why he was badly wounded.
For the old guard!
Ah.
Taste my savage fury!
Phew. Ah.
The rage of the Red Tiger unleashed!
She's a wizard of the tower.
shall do as you ask.
Missed something here. She was in here. That's definitely it then, I would say. Well, now.
I shall do as you ask.
Where am I supposed to go here?
No quarter! The rage of the... It is done. I shall do as you ask.
Nothing. Here is...
For the... I shall do as you ask. It is done.
prisoner.
Greetings. No,
I didn't mean to kill him. Not what I was intent.
I use Gar's blood.
Gone nuts. Here is the... Here it is.
I shall do as you ask.
Oh God.
Taste my savage fury!
Who would have thought a lich would be caught up here? And he had summoned dire bear. Jesus, criminy.
The rage of the red tiger unleashed!
Hmm.
Why have you come? Are you another one of Margaret's fanatics?
You kept in prison? I'm going to throw me in here for refusing to join this cause. My name is Deltar Zulin, former overwizard of the Brotherhood. Tell me, might you be able to free me from the cell? You find your own way out? Yes. One can teleport out of the tower, just not into him. I can leave and return to strike back at the Fiend Margaret as soon as possible. Then you go now. Thankful I can still teleport. I wish you well. Do I have to go all the way back around? What if I do? Not too far away right now. God damn it!
For the Oath Guards!
Gotta wonder what all that was about, though, in a way.
I shall do as you ask. The rage of the red tiger unleashed!
I just don't know about? Really? Crying out loud. Well, here comes the top part here, man. What was wrong? And use bathroom. Jeez. As I see, blind ointment has finally arrived. Who you be? Someone's been following your property of tower with greater deal of interest. Dear man, you are showing remarkable determination. I have been in contact with my dear mistress, and she told me much about you. Sadly, she's not been able to reach my sanctum as you have, or I would already be free. You must be Arkham Glees, huh? Old top wizard. So you're not quite the dullard you seem. Good, you're correct. I fled the tower with Margaret showed his true intention, but not quickly enough. Margaret has power you cannot even imagine. His mistress favors him. And even the power granted me by this form could not resist capture in the end. You be undead monster, you be lich. Indeed, do not get yourself in a huff about it, mortal. At the moment, our interests rather can coincide, don't you think? Here from magical prison, you assist me and I shall assist you. Why me want to free you? Why indeed, how about this? My unimaginative half-orc friend, you see the door that leads to my sanctum. Have you tried to open it? It is locked tightly with spells that I'm positive you have no ability to break. I happen to know that Marvin lies beyond it. He is the one you came for, no? I created the spells that hold the door. I can open it for you, but only if I am freed. It's either that, or you're certainly free to return whence you came in failure. So what do you say, mortal? Do you really have a choice? How many get you out then? You see the four bridges that surround me? They sustain magic that Marvin keeps me held within, in much the same manner that Fortis was held. They're protected by their own magic too much for me to overcome my own. If you would damage them, however, I would add my power to yours. It can be destroyed and freed. Attack them however you wish, and I will return my favor emphasis toward aiding you. Then I shall be opening my door to wait my saint for you, and I shall leave. How many know trust you? Well, you can't. You can trust Traveler. We'd rather be away from here than deal with you myself. Have you another choice? Go then, I'm tired of this cage. We'll see Magnum dance before whatever half-orc muster you can fury.
I have failed in the task.
No quarter!
Oh man. Oh, see, that was kind of close. Need a rest after that, man, no doubt. He ain't give me a run for my money, man. Wow.
No quarter! No quarter!
He could have been a problem. It's done, I'm free at last. One day I could visit vengeance upon Margaret for this indignity myself. But you intend to be flying the Malgrim's ointment, do you not? That will do. I'll tell you that I know of this desire, little mortal. Have you not wondered at the nature of Malgrim's mistress? How is it that she gives him so much power? The plague was loose in the strength to her, you see. Each death and another one fed her new life force, and I know she seeks for more power yet. Malgrim is desperate to find what he calls the word of power. There are ancient artifacts of Fleet, war and total, though I've never heard of them before Malgrim himself made mention. He holds only one, but his mistress wishes them all. What these words of power would do for Malgrim and his mistress, one can only guess. I'm sure you can. It would amuse me to see if you halt their efforts if this is your goal. I would give you thanks for my freedom, mortal. I shall open the door of my sanctum. You may deal with Malgrim at your leisure. Do not be here, however, when I return. Come on. Damn it. Walgram's journal. Oh, I guess that's it. There's no other way I can go anywhere else, man. I've got to sell.
Fortunate that you have found the location of this cult, hiding amongst the wizards of
He
Lust
finds
Tower.
out all he can about Colton Tower.
Well done, my friend. I knew Lord Nash's faith in you was well justified. Come then, tell me what you have learned.
Tell Aaron about Mogram and Eros' betrayal.
This enemy is far more elusive than I suspected even. For the name of this Mogram is unfamiliar to me, as is this creature you describe as his mistress. Arabeth has fallen to become a blackguard, and even leads their gathering army is far worse than anything I had feared. Dire news indeed. But what of this Mogram's purpose, my friend? Were you able to discover anything of the reasoning behind all this madness? This is perhaps the first good news I have heard so far. It shows us that we are ignorant of much, and must catch up quickly if we are to survive. But at least you have brought us hope. Come then, let us return to Lord Nasher quickly, and relate what you have discovered. Then perhaps we will see what must be done next.
Within the host tower of the Arcane, the enemy was finally revealed. Morgrim Korothir, madman, prophet, the one responsible for the Wailing Death. And with this revelation, a second betrayal. Erebeth, driven mad by her lover's execution, sought vengeance by joining Morgrim's cause. Together, they roused a fearsome army and prepared to descend upon Neverwinter. But an even greater evil threatened the city. The words of power, remnants of ancient magic long forgotten, were being sought by Morgrim's followers to bring devastation to the north. Neverwinter's champions were sent to the northern wastes of the Uthgard tribes to unearth these lost artifacts. For if Morgrim were to find the words of power first, the city of the north would surely fall.
This has become something of a habit, has it not? Once more, Neverwinter is threatened, and once more you are called upon to save us all. Yet this time you will be reporting directly to me. With Erebeth's defection, Lord Nasher has elevated me from the role of spymaster to that of his right hand. To be honest, I much prefer to stay in the shadows. Yet Neverwinter has need of me, so I will serve without complaint.
He likes serve once we get lots of gold for this.
Neverwinter has need of all her allies now, whether they serve for honor, duty, or gold. I have examined the reconnaissance reports of my operatives in the field, and the situation is grim indeed. The Luskan armies are marching against Neverwinter with Erebeth at their head, ravaging the land as they pass and leaving only destruction in their wake. Perhaps even more troubling are the reports of orcs and some of the Uthgard tribes joining Erebeth and the Luskan army to pillage and plunder.
You not believe Erebeth betrayed her.
Perhaps had we been more observant, Erebeth's betrayal would not have been such a surprise. She was never the same after Fenric's execution. She abandoned us. But part of me wonders if we did not first turn our backs on her suffering. But hindsight serves no purpose now. Erebeth has vowed revenge against Neverwinter. The pain of her loss makes her blind to anything else. It is up to us to see she does not get the revenge she seeks.
Neverwinter have no friends who help
The
you.
Lord's alliance has come to our aid. Without them, our plague-weakened city would already have come under siege, and several of the Uthgard stand with us. The Red Tiger and Black Lion tribes have made camp with us here at Biaruna's Well, an Uthgard holy site. But Erebeth and the Luskan army are best left to the generals in the field. You have a much more important mission.
What about Rico thingy reports? What about Ronald
The
Morgrim?
few reports I have heard of Morgrim indicate he is not with the Luskan army. It seems he is content to leave the battles to Erebeth. I believe Erebeth and the Luskan invaders are but a decoy, a distraction to draw our troops and resources away from the true threat.
Decoy?
It has not been easy to gather information on Morgrim's cult, but we know they are frantically searching for the ancient artifacts known as the Words of Power. Though we do not yet know what these words are, or why Morgrim desires them, we know there are at least 3 of these artifacts. We must not let them fall into the hands of the cult. You must find these ancient words before Morgrim does. If you do not, then I fear any victory by the Lord's alliance will prove meaningless.
Let me look for words of power.
There are reports of Margram's followers searching throughout the land. The hills and mountains to the north, the forests to the west, even the sprawling farmlands to the south. I wish I had more guidance for you. Perhaps you can learn more from Lillian Cambridge, an expert on ancient artifacts who claims to have some knowledge of the words of power. Lillian has promised to offer whatever help she can to any of my agents in this matter. You could probably find her in the tavern in the southeast corner of the camp. I know this may seem an impossible task, but I can think of no other person I would rather have undertaking this mission than you.
Anything else?
I regret there is nothing more I can tell you. Even the little information I have already given came at great cost. Many of my best men and women gave their lives for it.
You can go now.
I wish you luck in your mission. The very survival of Neverwinter may depend on it.
Ugh. Now. Good enough for now. After that, it's time for a little break. You on afterwards. We're back. So, here's Aaron again.
Nice to see you again. That cheerful Gen fellow brought you here too, huh? Looking for some words of power or something?
I'm glad to see you again. I was going to take a long hike and look around for my old friend Sammy. I bet he's around here somewhere, but somehow I knew we'd bump into each other. Well, to make the story short, I kind of was caught doing something I shouldn't have. When I was somewhere I shouldn't have been. Master Gen said I had to come and help here or else. Appears that you be here too, my lord. You being a great hero and all. Maybe be happy if you join me again, Tommy. Okie dokie.
Eh? What can Tommy do?
You always been a rogue, Tommy? Why did you ask that, my lord? I was urged on the streets of Calmport first and foremost, and that's where I learned me street smarts, but it wasn't always that easy. In fact, I was a tender young lad, a kindly human wizard saw great promise in me and took me in. I was his apprentice backwards home quite some time. That's where I met my best friend Sammy, after all. He was another apprentice. I would have been a full wizard myself if things had worked out. What went wrong? What go wrong? Well, you know, you can take the lad out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the lad. But I wasn't much for books and studying and all. That wizard, what was his name? Halishar, he saw something in me that I never saw. That was like a wizard, whether I liked it or not. I thought I would make him wonderful thief if I could be invisible and fly around all the time. I couldn't wait. Halishar had all those pretty things in his tower, unfortunately. So you steal from them, huh? Of course I stole them. What kind of rogue do you think I am? Got a good piece on the streets. Got a good price on the streets, too. Even Halishar beat me back black and blue by the time I returned. Once I swiped Halishar's spellbook and sold that for a big price. Boy, it was the old man period. There was a storm brewing around his tower by the time I got back. Of course, I had to lie and say that Sammy took on the book. Come to think of it, that's how Sammy got kicked out of his apprenticeship. You got friends kicked out? Well, he wasn't much of a wizard. Old Sammy wasn't my friend back then anyway. I made it up to him by becoming his pal later once I stopped being an apprentice. And at the end of my apprenticeship, it's quite the story itself. I should tell you more that sometime more, Lord, if you're interested.
The fires of war are burning on the horizon. Why am I not surprised to see you here to forge your blood-drenched legacy in the furnace of slaughter?
I'm glad to see you again, Grimgaw. There are not so many who claim it good to be members of my order, but you and I are of the same ilk. We do not shy from death and killing. When I heard Aaron Ginn was creating mercenaries for his cause, I knew you would come. Just as I did, our fates appear once more to be bound together. Everybody's for cheerless to the fires of war, and I'm eager to see the killing begin. If we're lucky, this war will engulf the entire region.
Is there something you need?
He wants to know how you think about Era betraying her and how you feel about that. I have mixed feelings about Paladin's actions. The savage she was driven to her betrayal by the execution of her lover. I could not accept his death and drove her mad with grief and a desire for revenge. Remember the order for the long death. Her action is too inevitable. The event seems rather childish. The silent Lord comes for us all. We might as well learn to accept it. It'd be one thing for her to accept death, it'd be another to watch her lover from hanging from rope. Would she have felt better had her lover had his entrails removed by a hungry troll, or his limbs ripped from their sockets by an angry giant? Or perhaps he would have been less angry had a slow acting poison drawn him into a sleep from which he would never awaken. Death is death, bro. My order seeks to help the world understand this. Do you think it right? Was she done? So Silent Lord is eager to feast upon the hateful Erebus is set for him, and while death forges itself in the social citizen's life, I will be present to bear witness to my master's gluttony. That's bad thing to say. You only say that because you do not comprehend the mysteries of the Silent Lord. If you understood the truth of death, you would find my words not so terrible. God. As a monk of the long death, I was subjected to rituals and ceremonies that once for us that brought a true appreciation for that which others fear in their ignorance. Torture, pain, suffering, and death itself, these things are beautiful. You never think stuff like that be beautiful, bro. You be sick little man. You bring destruction where you go, Grom. Your motives may be good or evil, but that makes no difference. Death is forever by your side. The Silent Lord has placed his mask upon you, his mark. If I could share the experience of my initiation, you might begin to glimpse some small hint of death truly means. The only pure, absolute truth and imperfect existence. You teach me, tell me about rituals and stuff. No, now's not time. Yeah, he's kind of messed up.
Hello, it is I, Body Knock Glinkle. It is good to see a friendly face in these unfamiliar surroundings.
I'm glad to see you again, Body Knot. I have to admit, I am surprised to find you at Verona as well, Grom. Given your previous record of service, it's only logical to conclude that you be among those recruited by number one spy master to aid his cause. That is partly why I came to here, Grom. I have found our previous experience together very enlightening. Join me then.
Is there something you need?
Erebeth's betrayal has caused me no amount of confusion. On the one hand, her actions appear irrational, illogical. She has vowed to destroy the city she spent her life protecting. But on the other hand, isn't it logical to assume a warrior would want to avenge the death of her lover? And what about Fentic's death? What caused this whole mess? His execution made no sense. He was not an enemy of the city, and had lived, he would have done everything in his power to help everyone to make up for what he had done. What purpose is there in killing a man who's only going to be your ally in the future? This irrational behavior is difficult for me to understand. Fentic did stuff that people get mad, that make people do stupid things. In Lantan, we bow to the laws of reason, logic. Emotion can never be truly factored out of any decision, but we do our best to look at the facts with a dispassionate eye before taking action. I suppose in that sense we're quite different from any of the other citizens' cultures of Faerun. We'll have to familiarize ourselves with these strange lands. We hope to integrate Lantan into mainland society. Integrate? What do you mean by that? Lantan is an island by geography. We are isolated from the rest of the world. Over the centuries, this led to an insular culture, particularly among my people, the gnomes. We consider ourselves safely removed from the troubles of the mainland. We have been fascinated observers of the history of Faerun as befits our analytical mindset, but we choose not to be active participants in these events. Recently, however, our culture has embarked upon a radical journey of change, a revolutionary shift in our entire belief system. Soon, perhaps even in my own lifetime, Lantan will become an important part of life in the realms. What are you talking about? You say invade our land? Invade? We're thinkers and inventors in academics, not soldiers. We plan to bring our culture and beliefs to Faerun through peaceful means, though we are proceeding in a rational and logical fashion. Before attempting to introduce ourselves to the existing order, we must study and analyze current political and cultural realities in an organized, thorough fashion. Could you expect anything less given our nature? Why do you country want change things so much now? As you can imagine, a revolution of this magnitude must be anticipated by an astonishing event. Without a significant catalyst, there cannot be a significant reaction. In our case, it caused a single wondrous event the day the gone Wonderbringer washed up on the shores of him in mortal form. You heard about this, be in times of trouble, right? You're right. I'm speaking of the time of troubles when the gods were forced to take mortal form and walk among us. I would tell, but the story of Gone Wonderbringer's time on London is long gone. Perhaps I will speak of this later. Boy.
Greetings and well met. It is good to look upon you once more. No doubt Aaron Genn has brought you here to aid in the search for the words of power.
May God see you again, Dalen. Then I heard Aaron Genn's copper others who joined the cause and went to join the Lord's Alliance here at Verona as well. A holy place to Elkar. I thought it might be a place assigned for my gods. After all, you have done for Winterburn, and you would be here, Grom. That is why I came to join with you once more. I feel our fates are bound together.
Yes? Is the
There are some who claim Eric betrayed Neverwinter out of grief. Others say she seeks to avenge his success out of some perverse sense of justice. There are even those who state she was driven mad by Finn's execution and is not aware of what she's doing, but I think something else drives her now. What do you think Eric's reason be? Neverwinter turned its back on her. The city rejected her and its people cast her out. There is no pain so great as being turned away by those who want to take you in. What are you talking about? They did not turn her out? Perhaps not, but Erebus no doubt felt that they did. The people blamed Fencer enough to kill him. How could she not feel like they despise her as well? And then Lord Natural sent her to port last with Aaron again. It's obvious that Lord Natural wanted an excuse to send her away from the city. No doubt, she thought it best to calm them and keep Erebus from suffering the harass as Fencer had, but in her grief, she would have seen as a cold and brutal rejection, a symbolic of banishment. It sounds like maybe you think she's right for what she do. I'm not saying that. What Erebus did was right or even justified. There's a tale among the Uthgar, an ancient legend of consequences and betrayal. Vincent's execution and Erebus' betrayal remind me of a tale of my own people. I only hope Neverwinter does not suffer the same fate as the Uthgar. Where's Peter talking about? Perhaps later I'll tell you the tale, but now, no.
Somehow I knew you couldn't be far. As soon as Erengend mentioned why we were brought here, I began wondering when you would pop up.
I'm glad to see you again, Sherwin. Glad to see you. It's glad to see you. I only knew I'd come. Haha, I only just... Of course it's good to see you here. I wasn't going to come to Burner's Well originally. I figured I had done enough by your side, but the story isn't just finished yet, is it? And you know what a sucker I am for his tale. Let's join.
Yes? Is there some...
Oh, ho. So Grom puts on a pleasant tone and I'm supposed to jump to please him. Isn't that it? Haha. I will tell you, Grom. I'll tell you your tale. If you promise to listen attentively and a proper audience. I'll hold you to it then. But what story should I tell then? Shall I tell the tale of the great Grom savior of Neverwinter and his search for the words of power? Methinks she knows that one. Not like I tell it, believe me, you're probably right. However, the subject matter would be a bit familiar and I'm a bit fuzzy on the ending. How about the sad tale of the great Lady Erebeth, torn between love and honor, fallen from the grace of tear? You're not ghost there, Sharon. You're right, I apologize. It's not my intent to make light of the lady here. Sad tale brings me to be told, but I think something else. How about the tale of a great Lord Nashper, how the man was in his glory days before he became a sad old ruler. Maybe you tell us something original. When you picky, are you? Very well then. Give me some time to think about it. Now let's continue with
My dear friend, it warms my heart to see your face again. Erengend must have brought you here to help search for the words of power.
I'm glad to see you again, Lanu. After Everest's betrayal, I've readied myself for return to Everest, yet somehow deep inside I prayed that we would meet once again. When I heard Erengend's call for it, he brave with interest to serve the cause of the Lord, never went to join the Lord's alliance here at Burn as well. Well, I knew that you could not resist such a grand opportunity. We were driven to heroic deeds like a glutton to a baker. I grabbed the first ride out of town and came here as well. The second ride, actually. You silly new. What happened to the other ride? You make the sound of it. Alright, never mind. I was supposed to hitch a ride with one of the supply wagons first, but the wagon I was on broke. How it broke? Well, we had stuff on for the night, and I had this nightmare that the dragon was chasing me. I woke up out of the dream and saw something large outlined against the moon. Should have known better. It didn't look like a dragon, but I was frightened. So I cast the first spell that came to mind. The first blast of lightning did a little damage, but it was the following three that shattered to little lay pieces. And then the drivers kicked you out. It was dark and everyone was so shocked by the lightning that no one knew where it came from. I suppose that I should have told them it was me. I'm glad to be here. Then I'll pay lordship back out of my own wages when we are done here. I want you near me again, Lanu. Why, it's been a long time since someone asked me a question. I came to Moonbow when I was very young, which is unusual since my parents were both matrons and followers of the god Corellian. It started when I was sent to Gaetalon Sinistry's School for Potentials. You see, both my parents were deep into the mysteries and held positions of respect. It was assumed that I would take after my parents in natural arts. What be these potentials? All children of gifted magic wizards and Everest are sent to special schools as potentials because they're expected to excel in furthering the art of spellcraft. My ability to get in trouble had already started by that age, but my thinking kept it quiet, thinking I would grow out of it. Tell more. My first day of class was a disaster, but I don't think it had anything to do with the ability for spellcasting. I had an insatiable curiosity, and Ganelon was crushing it. Old master expected all relevant children to be patient, quiet, and early. I barely possessed the traits now, let alone when I was a child. The master decided to open class with powerful spells to awe us into submission and tools. He turns back and I moved in. What do you mean you moved in? I just wanted to look at the bell components. They were very uninteresting, especially the wonderful gem he had sitting beside the circle. Well, he went to reach for the gem and it wasn't there. The spell misfired, causing him to ooze purple smoke for weeks. So he kicked you out? Gadolon was well paid for training us. He didn't kick me out right away, but he never forgave me either. It also wasn't the only accident to be followed at class when I was around. Despite all this, I still have become a wizardess. If it wasn't for the little trip I took. That was an accident that would be well remembered in our fair city. My fate came still to my faith in Salem that day. What fate you talking about? We have much to see. Okay. So that's everybody.
I've been waiting for you.
I figured it.
Verona's well. Now there's all kinds to do here. What's this drinking house? Alright, it's not where I want to be. Erringen's Lodge.
I don't recognize you, and I thought I knew all the new recruits who joined the Lord's Alliance.
Me name be Grom. Me work for Erringen. Same Grom who saved everyone from plague. We could use a good man like you at Battlefront. Too bad Gin has you working on something else. You must come up here to purchase some equipment, right? So what I can interest you in? A good sword or stout shell perhaps, or was there something else? You're kidding. Everyone knows that I'm a rookie of the Mighty Lance. I'm probably the most famous known knight of Neverwinter. Ergen's put me in charge of training and equipping the troops. Battling with lesser troops seems he's too busy to search for those words, power to bother with a little thing like a war. Alright. No supplies, what do you mean? It's those blasted orchids razor. Every time we get a new supply line set up to Battlefront, those damn bandits cut us off. Armory's still good if they don't have a steady stream of supplies for replenishing their stores. I'll tell you, if this keeps up, we might as well surrender to us right now. Me go fix problem. Hey, I welcome any help I can get. I've already put a bounty on the heads of the two most famous orc bandits in the region, Barth and Gazoo. I fear they both are taken out. The rest of the thieving scum will get the messaging back off. I'm marking 500 for each of them, payable upon delivery of their decapitated heads. Let me buy stuff. No, damn it! Ugh. Ugh. Damn it. Son of a bitch. I just want to look at it. I gotta admit, that's pretty good armor, though. That is expensive armor, though. Wow. Just want.
Hail to ye!
Arc boots. Ah, there they are, baby. That's what I was looking for right there. There's a ring of power, and look at that. It's 199,000, dude. See, the resistance is why it's worth it. Ah, that is so nice. I want those boosts of speed, though, man. That thing is. That's not to mention, there's other stuff I can get too, though. Seriously? wondering where the hell you're at.
Greetings. I still don't think I want to give you access to my lab in the back. That's reserved for those.
Hello there.
What do you mean, new branch? What type of stuff do you sell? Oh. Interesting. Great X plus 3. Welcome to Noble Search of Barbarian Smithy. I, of course, am Grandmaster Jordan Smith, creator of time. Magical items, how may I be of service to you today? What do you do here, Jordan? I make weapon armor smiths, swords to make component items, combine them with items to make objects of even greater majesty and power. Not all a bad gig. If you get it, can get it. If you want, I can look through your backpack inventory and see if you have anything. What do you mean component? Here you go. This book can explain everything. Where's it at? Okay, right there. I don't have animate type. Damn it. Really? Oh, it sucks. Man. Oh. I have to think here now. I'm cold today, man.
Hello there.
I've got to go get those boots, man. Who had them? Oh.
Hey, I'll take.
So I'm gonna lose. So much better. This is why. So much better. It really is. I need to look at stuff again. I don't know, I might actually keep that for a little bit. I haven't decided really yet. Eh? Oh.
Greetings. I still don't think I want to...
That's pretty good.
Greetings. I still don't think...
I can't argue my armor class is the way it is right now. Now, can I actually buy something from...
Welcome, friend.
Yeah, see, death magic is nice right there. That's pricey too, man. I don't know if that armor freedom is worth it or not, to be honest. That armor is kind of expensive, man. What I could do for a little bit is try this out. See how that kind of works. We'll pick up quests and do other stuff next time. So I'm set, good to go.